Welcome back to K&L Farms. I'm Ken. I hope this video finds you well. And since I'm recording this on Veterans Day and I'm a veteran and understand some of the sacrifices that our vets make, I wanted to show my appreciation to the other vets that served. And then I was going to go over, at least part of this is, I think somewhere I'm going to actually say on the disclaimer or the thumbnail or the beginning of the video that this is free. Now understand that I understand that nothing is actually free, but this is roadside firewood, and on somewhere towards the end of the video I'll show footage of me cutting this up. But expenses that I have to occur, of course, the truck, when I own the truck already, the gas in the truck, the mix or the bar oil, the chainsaw, I already own the chainsaw, and the two-stroke gas, I've got to take that over. And then I think I put in a comment, or had a comment on a previous video I put up is, well, you said on your video, which I did, this is wood is for 3 years from now. And they were like, well, why do you cut so much wood? Why do you have 3 years from now? Why are you working on that? This year's wood's already in the woodshed. That behind you, you probably can't see it, is for next year, and this is for the 3rd year. And so I kind of go back with, well, my grandfather and I, and my little brother, used to cut about 10 cords of wood. And I never really showed him the appreciation that I think he deserved for teaching me how to, for hard work and actually be outdoors, for trying to make amends for not showing the respect, because I think it's more significant now than it was when I was a kid. But even when I was a kid, I regretted every time I went and did firewood, because all I did all day is work. That's what it felt like, but that's not really what it was. So anyway, that's why I cut firewood. Get outside. I don't cut a lot at a time. You can see by the back of the truck. When I was younger, a lot of years ago, which I'm not ashamed to say, I could cut quite a bit of firewood. Now I cut a little bit, come in, take a break, go back out, cut a little bit, take a break. But the thing I was thinking, and I've been trying to work on for a number of years, or at least 5 since I've been retired, is how do I make a little extra money? How do I get to a point where I can actually, pay for the gas and pay for another saw and pay for an axe, and all that stuff's expensive these days. So I kind of concluded, well, I could sell something. I could sell some firewood, which a lot of people on the YouTube say, well, you can make a ton of money. But it seems like that's kind of a common deal these days. You can make a ton of money doing everything, they say. Actually, a couple examples. Started out trying to make money on my place, I don't want to leave the homestead to make money. That's the target. And so I started out with bees. I think it was Canadian beekeeper. And he was making $1 million a year. Well, yeah, you get to look at his place. He's got a climate-controlled shop. He's got hives he moves all summer, and I had, I think, 7 hives. So I thought, well, maybe I could make a little money, pay for the bees. Well, I'm not the best beekeeper, I'll tell you that right now. And then the other thing I went with is, okay, chickens. Because there was a guy, and I don't know if I could be able to remember his name right now, but there's a couple fellows out there. Well, you can, right now, and mine are all free range, my laying hens I have left, but the other chickens, you put them in the field, 8 weeks later, you put them in a bag, send them to the store, you get, he was saying like $8 a pound for chickens. You might have to go research it, but I'm pretty sure I remember that correctly. It was $8 a pound. I did 50 chickens out in the field. I built a tractor, moved them around, the whole thing, did the whole thing on 50 chickens, come to put them in a bag, slaughter them, put them in a bag. And my wife went down to Costco, and she came back, and it was $1.99 a pound. So of course, it was a 5-pound bird I'm putting in there, but I'm like, well, that's not even worth sending it to the store, so that didn't work. So now we're on to the 3rd generation of potentially making money, or attempting to make money on my homestead, and it's this. So here in a minute, I'm going to swing you around. I'm going to unload this truck. I'm going to swing you around, and the problem I'm dealing with now is I don't know how much dry wood. Now at the end of this video, I'll link one where I check the moisture content on the rounds. I know that that's safe to burn. Well, from what I've researched, it's safe to burn. So I don't know how much is there. So just below it, I've got a couple pallets. That I thought that was the easiest way to do it, was to put 2 pallets down, because a pallet in theory, supposed to be 4 feet wide and 4 feet long. So you put two together, you got 4 feet by 8 feet. You stack it 4 feet high, and that's the dimension of a cord of wood. So I thought I'd do that pretty easily, because I've been told a half a cord of wood will fit in this truck. But I don't want to take, you know, say I sell this and the going rate is $250 per cord. I'd have to travel twice with this truck, and that defeats my purpose somewhat, because I'd have to leave the homestead to make the money. Okay, so then I go to bundle wood, because I could actually, I think I can put a roadside stand up in the front, but right now I'm working on how much wood is there. Is there 2 cords of wood? Is there a cord and a half of wood? So I can actually tell how much it is, because that's ready to go for purchase for somebody. And I tried to find outlets for bundled wood, and found out that the market's pretty saturated. Everybody's got more than what they need now. I think my product would be better, because kind of the standard I see is 1 cubic foot in wrapped is a bundle of wood that sells for a price. Now the price goes from, you know, $5 to $10, but anyway, the unit of measurement is 1 cubic foot. And what I see for sale right now is maybe 5 pieces. Its diameter is about the diameter of a football. But I don't want to go to that vendor and say, hey, my product is twice as good as your product you're currently selling, because that knocks out somebody else that's actually trying to work for a living. And I remember, I give gratis to people that are making money, because I'm spending money, they're making money, so they should have gratis. But sooner or later I'll find somewhere to take a bundle of wood and sell it on a shelf somewhere. But I haven't got to that point, even if the 2 vendors I checked with, even if they would have said, yeah, we'll take it. You know, I don't know how much wood I have. I don't know, I know, you know, cubic feet for a cord of wood. I know cubic foot for a bundle of wood, but I don't know how to do it yet, because I'm still in just the beginning stages of it. So here in a minute, I'll spin you around, and I'll take you down the hill, and I'll show you that after I unload this truck. So, and the other thing I was going to show you here in just a minute, I'll try and tell you. I'll get a chunk out of here, and then I'll try and tell you. I'll get this one up here, and then I'll get it out of there. Pretty sure you can see that on the camera. This piece here was too big for me to physically pick up, so I just bucked it in half with a chainsaw, and then I could pick it up in halves. The other half's up front. But let's pitch this stuff out of here. Okay, down on the wood pile. This wood's been on the ground for about 2 years, but the only way I could actually tell it was truly dry was with the moisture meter, and I'll link that in the description along with an axe if you'd like to go take a look. And what I do is I just come along, if I'm having a slow day or got a little extra time, come down, chop up, put it in the wheelbarrow, take it to that pallet behind me, which I've just started. Now I've got some, I don't know if you can see it in the background, but there's some repurposed steel or tin roofing material down there. Once I get a cord here, I'll put that tin on there for this winter. But let's just chop some of this wood up for now, and then I'll move you down and show you that pile I got down there, that measuring place. The only other thing is, you have to split this. Remember, the intent is that I'm going to try and do some bundles. So bundle wood is smaller than what we would normally cut for our wood stoves. There's a knot right there. Let's see if I can trim that knot off. The other thing that I haven't done yet I should get me a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket, and put this kindling in, because I just been stacking the kindling in the same wheelbarrow as of right now. See that? This is all good kindling, and I should be putting it in a bucket and isolating it from the rest of the product, but I haven't done that yet. Let's see, can I split that down the middle one more time? See if I can find another piece. There's a good one. Got a knot in the bottom, so let's see if we can split this. Wind's coming up a little bit too. Okay, I'll move you down the hill. Okay, got you set up kind of close, and I'm going to work on just stacking some of this up. Got a couple trees here I'm using for backstops a little bit.